Test one, test two. And welcome everybody, it's Howard Smurra here at the Langley Event Center. We are picking this up in the second quarter. And the score currently 21-18 as the Walnut Grove Gators and the Okanagan Mission Huskies here in the fourth place game in this tournament. Both these teams losing in tough semifinals yesterday, and this is a tough one to get up for in the Saturday morning hour here, but here they are, two of the best teams in the province. And a marquee game in anyone's book is Okanagan Mission with Kanani Kuhn now up the floor. There's a dish to Tatum Wade, number 5. What a great second half she had yesterday. Wade with a miss there. Slade with a rebound now to Taylor. Fania down the floor for Walnut Grove. She lays it up and in, and it will be a 23-18 lead for Walnut Grove in their home Grays, playing Okanagan Mission in the Road Blues. And if you wonder why I didn't say who was leading when I first gave that score, I didn't know. I've just walked in the building as we get ready for the junior final here, and they have thrown on the mics to give you some play-by-play here. Kiera Pemberton, little hesitation, spin in the paint. Pemberton off the window, lays it up and in. So marquee players on this Walnut Grove team, back-to-back baskets. And the score now, a 7-point lead here, 8:24 from the half. Here's Kanani Kuhn. Free ball from Tatum Wade off the back iron, and Taylor with the rebound. Fania Taylor headed off to the University of Ottawa. She'll play for the GGs next season. There's Tia Rowell, one of the best three-point shooters you'll see in the tier, and she lets it go off the back iron. Okanagan Mission, coached by Megan Faust. We are centered with our broadcast location. They're sitting just to our left here at the Center Court Complex here at the Langley Event Center. So happy Basketball Saturday to all fans of BC Girls High School basketball throughout the province. It'll be a great menu of games today, and I will be calling 3 of the 4 games. Wilson Wong will be calling the AA final with Langley Christian and Mulgrave later today. I've got the junior final next, and it's going to be Seaquam. Head coach Lucky Tour has built a great program there in the Sunshine Hills area of North Delta as well. Our good friend Dale Komarniski with the South Kamloops Titans. He'll march his Thompson Okanagan squad in as Tatum Wade lays it up and in. The future stars on display there, and you'll see them all in the BC Junior Girls Championship final set to follow this contest. Abby Adams into the game now for Tia Rowell for Walnut Grove. I believe that's Fatala now coming in for the Huskies, and she'll run the point. Solid job yesterday, number 7, as she brings the ball up the court. As Fatala has it knocked away by Pemberton. Plays some catch with Fania, and down the floor she goes, lays it up and in. Kiera Pemberton, 27-20 the score. Fania Taylor with a foul, her first of the game. Here's Kuhn. Kanani Kuhn plays it so well inside out. She's going to get the shooter's roll there. Right from the top of the three-point arc, she makes it a 4-point game. Here's Pemberton. She has been absolutely fantastic at this tournament. If you've tuned in, many wondering where she sits all time in tournament scoring with that great average. Here's Kuhn. Kanani Kuhn, the tallest player on the team at 6'1". She's a grade 11, and she can get up and down the floor. She can go inside. Just got a great face-up game as well. So much of a high ceiling for her left to be explored next season as she comes back for her senior year with the Huskies. Here's Adams, the kick down. That was Juliette Rousseau being hounded, and Fania Taylor will control it, but there's 4 seconds on the shot clock. Rousseau's got to put up the jump shot. That one didn't miss by much, but look at right underneath the basket. Great move there by Emma Slade. Not the tallest player on the floor, but a great heart there. She goes out and gets an offensive rebound, gets fouled, and now is at the free throw line. What a terrific Final Four Friday it was for everybody here. We were at the South Court, the other side of the complex, with Trinity Western Volleyball taking up center court last night. But look at those 6 semifinal games. I think there was one game that you would say wasn't really a game, and that was the Burnaby Central loss. Every other game was just an incredible game. Although some of them got stretched out to 10 or 11 at the end, some of them were just razor tight right to the end. Others were tight heading into that 4th quarter stretch drive. So, you know what? It's been something we've been waiting for 2 years to see it all back. And when we got it back, it was incredibly competitive. And there was so much parity. And that was great to see, because these two teams are both worthy of being in the championship final tonight. They're not. And instead it'll be the all-Poco rivalry at 7 o'clock between Riverside and Terry Fox. And man, they are loading up to fill this complex tonight. Loose ball, going to say it went off of, I thought maybe the other way, but it's going to be, looks like it's Walnut Grove basketball. As Raul will inbound the basketball. Our 2A final, the first senior varsity final, will follow the junior game, and that's going to be a great one as well. Mulgrave out of West Vancouver and Langley Christian. The 1 seed versus the 3 seed. And it'll be a terrific game. It'll be the present stars of the 2A tier, and some may say around the province, and the Langley Christian Lightning with their 3 seniors. Lainey Shelby, Taylor Coxford, and Sydney Bradshaw all headed to university programs next season in the province of British Columbia as well. The Mulgrave Titans, by contrast, start 4 grade 10s, and you'll see a great one named Eva Roos, 6'2" center, the MVP, the Vancouver Sea to Sky. And she was exceptional yesterday, mid-20s in rebounds. I think it was like 25 or 24 rebounds in their win over York House. Langley Christian as well got a real push from St. Michael's University School. The Blue Jags, coached by Lindsay Brooke, pushed them right to the end, and it was just a narrow escape for Danny Gardner and the Langley Christian Lightning to survive that and get to the 2A final today. So that's going to be fun to watch. Of course, just to refresh you from last night, Terry Fox with an 83-76 win over Okanagan Mission. And in that game, a 45-point performance by Lauren Clements of Terry Fox, their 9th best single game performance in the history of this BC Girls High School tournament. It was an amazing thing to watch. 34 points in the first half for Lauren. Of course, will play for the Fraser Valley Cascades next season. Shea Fatala back up the floor now. Our other game yesterday was Riverside over Walnut Grove, 76-60. It was a closer game than that for much of the way. But Avery Sussex, the 10th grader, with 32 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Crucially, 8 steals as well to lift Riverside past this talented Walnut Grove team. Ball turned over now, Walnut Grove. Taylor to Rowell. Cross court to Slade. Back up top. Rowell takes the 3 ball. Started hot early in the tournament, but Tia Rowell has cooled off a bit here as this tournament has progressed. But clearly maybe the best 3-point shooter on the team, just really able to knock down that shot from distance. Here's Taylor, home run ball down to Kiera Pemberton. And Kiera Pemberton will lay it up and in. She lives for the fast break in basketball. What a great player in transition. And the one thing we've noticed about this talented grade 11, already committed to the University of North Dakota, is just the body control that she has in tight quarters too. Get her in the half-court game and get her the basketball, and she's going to score it right like that. She just is so able to flow to the basket. Just a thing of beauty to watch. A player of that caliber scoring the basketball with the ease in which she does in transition. Tatum Wade, I believe, was 17 yesterday. She had a ton of them in the second half, though, and as she hits that first free throw, Okanagan Mission really making their run, the one last run they had in them. Tatum Wade kind of led the way there. She was terrific and dynamic, ball handling, wing, guard. She can do everything. Here we go inside, and that's a nice conversion for Schroeder underneath. Robin Schroeder, the 5'11", grade 11 player. A little hesitation there from Fatala off the window. Can't get it to go right into the hands of the Gators. And Vanya Taylor now quickly down the floor. Gets it back. Not as an NBA 3, and she's going to stroke it. She was a full wide stride atop the top the college 3 line and let it go. Right to the rim. Tatum Wade, that's what she does as well. And that's why these teams have such high seeds in the tournament. Okanagan Mission, the number 2 seed in this championship tournament. They were ranked number 2 in the last poll as well. There's Schroeder underneath. The tough part for head coach Megan Faust's team this season, just not able to get the level of competition the out-of-town teams have to get in order to come down here and just be at their absolute prime. Not the way Fania Taylor plays. She puts a forearm out to create that extra little space. That's a gentle little push that if you lead into that a half second more, the whistle is going to blow. But fun to watch the way she plays and creates that room for herself as she gets her team down to 4-11 on the shot clock. 2:14 to the half. Here's Slade back up top to Fania. Taylor will let it go. That looks really good. Doesn't fall. AAA final tonight. It'll be a great game as well. It's going to be the MEI Eagles of Abbotsford against the McMath Wildcats of Richmond. Both teams playing so well right now. McMath, I don't know if people thought, based on their play early in the season, if they were the kind of team that could get to the championship final, but they've done it for head coach Jamie Kippen. Look at those strides. She is playing with a joyous streak in her game right now. Is Kiera Pemberton, and Megan Faust will call time for the Okanagan Mission Huskies. Will talk things over as this lead now pushed to 11 points. Take a short break. Be back with more from the Langley Event Center in a moment. Glad you could be with us today on our Championship Saturday for girls basketball in the province of British Columbia. Howard Samura with you as we get down to the final 148 here in this opening half of the third place game of Quad A. A healthy crowd on hand as they get ready for the junior game to follow, but I'll tell you, this game deserves a lot of attention just based on the quality of the teams. A third place contest here between these two top 5 teams. Amazing matchup. Miss underneath. And certainly Schroeder would love that opportunity back. That one right through the fingers of Okanagan Mission's Riley Bullock. Bullock wearing number 8 for the Gators. We talk about fantastic duos on the floor. I talked to head coach Darren Rowell of the Gators about Kiera Pemberton and Fania Taylor and where they rank, and clearly it goes without saying, one of the best in the history of that school's great basketball program. The one that comes to mind, Tavia Rowell, Jessica Wazotsky as well, a great duo. There's a beautiful basket from Fania Taylor. You need some strength to score that, to play that kind of a carom off the wide window. 41-28. A great job there by number 3. Interesting moments we see throughout the course of our walks through this complex during championship week, and I know he won't mind, so I'll repeat it because I think it's a great story. Is the connection obviously between parent and player, and walking in here this morning there was a guy holding up an iPhone filming the last huddle before this game started for these Walnut Grove Gators. So I just, you know what, I stopped about 5 or 6 feet away and just watched. I didn't want to walk in front of him, obviously, and filmed the entire thing as that shot goes up there and is missed by number 11, Alana Corrado. And I said, hey, I didn't want to walk in your shot. I said, that's a neat moment. And he said, you know what, it is. Because, I mean, really, it's the last moment that this team in its entirety, and any basketball team, I'm not just saying specifically Walnut Grove, but any team. But when you make it to the provincials and you have those aspirations of winning the whole thing and you don't, you know, you see that final kind of meeting of these teams. And I asked him, he said he was one of his daughters was on the Walnut Grove team. And I said, which one? And he said, it's Fania Taylor. So Fania Taylor's dad there filming the whole thing, and I thought that was really a touching moment. They broke their huddle and got ready for this game, but great to see their one last pre-game huddle, as this is the final game of the season here for these seniors, their last games as BC high school basketball players. And for players like obviously Fania Taylor and Emma Slade and Hope Nystrom as well, who gets in there, it's a bittersweet day. I mean, you loved your experience and it ends, and I think obviously the journey to get here, as the old cliche goes, just kicks into effect immediately when you start to think about all the moments spent together. And Okanagan Mission can give you those same memories, and certainly they cherish their family feeling. Megan Faust does an incredible job with that program. A miss there on the court, and they just to talk about Okanagan Mission for a while and the care Coach Faust has with this program, and at every step of the way there's meaning embedded in what she wants her kids to have. And there's a shot by Kiera. We told you about the triple at the half. We'll maybe pick this up in the start of the second half, talk more about what many of these great coaches have done with their programs and how they create family and really embed lessons in their players that last a lifetime. It's why there's so many people who keep returning to help in this tournament. They've had a taste of it and they can't get enough. So fourth repeat. 46-28 our score here at the half. Walnut Grove with a big lead right now over Okanagan Mission. We'll be back with the second half and more in a few moments.
Off the window, Austin. 25-0 run. I said it again, 25. spin move off the window. Austin's made 25-0 run. I said it again, 25. Off the window, Austin's made 25-0 run. I said it again, 25. Off the window, Austin's made 25-0 run. I said it again, 25.
Back with you here at the Langley Event Center. It's time for the second half of our third place game. And it's going to feature the Okanagan Mission Huskies currently trailing the Walnut Grove Gators 46-28. We're getting set for the start of the third quarter. Gators now come out to the floor. They include Juliette Rousseau, number 7, Emma Slade, number 4, along with Tia Rowell wearing number 2, Fannie Taylor number 3, and Kiera Pemberton wearing number 9. Okanagan Mission defending in the Road Blues. Emma Slade number 5. Stella LaGrange out there as well. Or is Stella? No, she's not out there right now. Kanani Kuhn, number 14, number 8, Riley Bullock, number 11, Elena Corrado, and Shea Fatala, number 7, as well as Tatum Wade, number 5. And that would be the starting 5 here. We didn't see, so perhaps she's not playing as we joined you on the broadcast after. And I see her in, yes, not dressed today, so let's hope she's okay, but not playing today. Stella LaGrange, the future UBC Thunderbird. Had a solid game yesterday. Here's Fatala at the free throw line. You mentioned Okanagan Mission, and we're going to start to talk about some of the aspects of their team building. Should first mention they, obviously when the Coquihalla washed out and they couldn't get down here and tournament play was put on hold and they had to cancel from our TBI tournament, and I know Megan Faust didn't take that lightly. She said, I'm going to wait it out. Let's wait and see what happens here. It looked pretty dire. But I remember talking to her and she said, you know what, we're the defending champs. We want to come down. And that's that great competitive zeal this team has. So shout out to everybody connected to OKM up in Kelowna that's watching here today on the live stream. You've brought a great new leading program here into the BC Girls High School basketball world. Always room for another great program. Of course, the Kelowna Owls here unfortunately went out in the opening round, but always a great tradition there, obviously, and great to have the Thompson Okanagan so greatly represented. As we said, South Cam is playing in the junior girls final next, so another team playing for a championship title. But as we talked about Okanagan, just the fact that OKM, boy, you know what? They had to wait for everything to get back in order, and they only had 2 trips down here. And there is not going to be a team from the Okanagan or outside this Greater Vancouver Fraser Valley Loop that comes in here and wins a senior varsity basketball title without barnstorming. And you can look at every one of their schedules. It might have happened in the 80s or the 70s, but it is not going to happen today. You have to be able to play a steady diet of these teams. I mean, ask Carrie Parmar, the coach of the Kelowna boys team, or Jordan Yu, the head coach of the Duchess Park Condors boys team in Prince George. You got a barnstorm, and this team from OKM only came down twice. That's all they could get. They played Terry Fox twice, they split with them, and they lost a couple to Riverside, and that was it. And to have to jump into the stream with a very talented team, but know every nuance after having 2 years off, and then to see Megan's team yesterday, Megan Faust's team in the Final Four, you know what, that's all you need to know about what kind of program and what kind of coach she and her staff and the job they do with these kids. It really is to be commended. Great take there by Bullock as she goes to the window. Okay, I'm trying to bring some extra energy. They're staying in a house together out here. I guess they check out tomorrow morning, perhaps. They liked that family atmosphere. They're in a house sharing a big rented house, and they do that every year. Embrace the traditional peoples of their territory and their land up there and just wear it proudly. And I just think it's just a model program what they do. And it's just great to see. So kudos to OKM and all they do as a basketball program. As we get down to 7:54 left here, early second half in the third quarter. Here's Kanani Kuhn. She'll put up a 3 off the side iron, a little shy there, and here come the Gators right back down the field. Did I just say field? Am I thinking I'm in football season? I just might. Neither of these schools football schools. Pemberton underneath. Oh, sits on the rim, falls out. So keep it at 16 here. Kiera Pemberton has been terrific throughout this tournament, but none better than the quarterfinal game. I believe that was 42 points she scored. It was in a tremendous outing for her. Still has another year back with this program. Fania Taylor's shot partially blocked into the arms of Kuhn. And here comes Shea Fatala. Fatala will measure up the 3 ball. She'll knock it down, and look at that, just like that. Okanagan Mission pulling to within 13. They were well out of it at the half, but making a nice run here over the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Pemberton working off the Taylor screen back up top. Well, that's, excuse me, that is Nystrom setting the screen. 3 ball over the glass. Slade back to Fania Taylor. She got it off before that shot clock buzzer. Would have been good if it went. So keep it at 13 here. Back down the floor they come. Tatum Wade, smart play by her. She was getting crowded and just initiated the contact to get to the free throw line. So number 5 will step up some free throws. Seniors on this Okanagan Mission team today playing their final high school games. Jocelyn James, number 2. Tatum Wade, number 5. Shea Fatala, number 7. Riley Bullock as well, wearing number 8. Stella LaGrange, number 9. And Jay Sheen Badohal, as well as Alana Corrado. So that is the look at the seniors there. We mentioned the seniors as well. Fania Taylor, Emma Slade, and Hope Nystrom for this Walnut Grove team. Moving it around here, Taylor skipping it down low. Pemberton with the basket there, 50-36. Here's Wade for 3. Tatum with a shot off the mark there. Slade with a rebound, but Fatala almost disrupted her. Fania Taylor will bring it up. Fania Taylor will be fun to watch in the OUA next year with the Ottawa Gee-Gees as Pemberton knocks down the triple. Getting an adventure, going to the nation's capital and getting a chance to play some U Sports basketball. Here's Wade dribbling through a crowd. Players tumbling. Corrado keeps it under control, gets it back to Wade for 3. Tatum Wade knocks down the triple, and it's a 14-point game. Tatum Wade set herself nicely there after the discombobulation on the basketball court. OKM drop it into this 2-3 zone. We'll see how Walnut Grove copes. Pemberton probes and kicks back out to Slade. Now to Fania Taylor. Bullock right there to guard her. Fania found a lane, went right to the rim, but couldn't get it to go. There's Shea Fatala leading the breakdown. 2-on-1, she goes off the window and scores it. And Okanagan Mission threatening to get it under double digits here, now trailing by 12. Weaving her way through the zone defense. Fania Taylor will lay that up and in. This Walnut Grove team, of course, in 2020, and easy to forget when you miss a year in between, but they lost to the Abbotsford Panthers in the BC AAA final and have since gone Quad A. And that's a nice dish off the window by Fatala. A little scoop shot as she gets into the paint. She knocks it home to make it a 12-point game. OKM getting inspired here. They want to start locking things down. See how well the zone works for them. Spin by Pemberton. She goes right at the defense, puts up a tough shot. And as tough as it is to rebound sometimes out of that zone, they get a carom and try to make the defense work and translate into some offense here as they come down the floor. Almost out of the reach of Fatala. Shot clock down to 7 here for Kanani Kuhn. She goes right to the window. Boy, she's fun to watch. Those are huge strides through the paint. Really turns the corner, covers a lot of ground quickly. Right now the deficit 12, and they are unable to score it. If you're from the Lower Mainland, you happen to walk in and you've never seen Okanagan Mission play, and you look at their jerseys, you think, hey, Eastern Fraser Valley, Mission Roadrunners. but it's not. It is indeed the Okanagan Mission Huskies. And the shot clock expires. A nice job there by Okanagan Mission. This zone they're playing is frustrating Walnut Grove. Darren Rowell wants to talk about it. He'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. And be back with the final 2:53 of this third quarter from the Langley Event Center. The third place game right here from the Langley Event Center. Getting set for the third quarter here, or the fourth quarter. Final few minutes of the third here as we get to 2:53 remaining in the third. Let's see what Walnut Grove does here if the Huskies elect to stay in that zone when they come back on defense after this possession. And the Gators probably talking about that, alternatives, maybe some little more ball movement perhaps in the half court. They're really attacking it off the dribble. And the angle's not there, and kind of been one and done the last, I think 3 of the last 4 times down the floor. So Okanagan Mission. Looked like they came out of it there. The key was the entry into Pemberton quickly, and off the miss, a follow on the weak side for the lay-in, and 57-43 now the score. Walnut Grove trying to protect this double-digit lead here. Hope Nystrom guarding at the top against Shea Fatala. Double team comes with Pemberton. They scoop it quickly to Kuhn for 3, and Kanani, oh, thought that was in. That's one of the deeper in and outs we've seen here in this tournament. I would say 80% of the ball was inside the cylinder. It came right back out. Corrado is coming out of the game. Badohal in now. Jaysheen Badohal, the 5'7" senior, wears number 10 for OKM. She's now in the game. Great pass down to Pemberton. Can't finish it. Look at the tip drill underneath as Pemberton and Kuhn were battling for the ball. Tremendous talent between those two. Fatala thought about the 3. Instead, they hand off to Kuhn. She'll work off the Fatala screen. This time passing out of a double team. Badohal lets the shot go, doesn't miss by much, and here's Pemberton. Kiera down the floor quickly, and look at the strides here as she gets to the rack. That is absolutely something to watch. The way she can slice and dice in transition. And right back down the floor. Look at those strides. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. As boy, I thought maybe she hurt her ankle there for a second, the way Tatum Wade went over. Abby Adams getting called for the foul there as Tatum Wade did a straight sprint down the floor with a basketball. Following this game, the BC Junior Girls Championship Final, South Kamloops, the Titans, number 2 out of the Thompson Okanagan, set to face South Fraser, number 1. You can read all about those games at varsityletters.ca, the semifinal games, the quarterfinal games as well. And we have to thank our good friend Aaron Martin, freelance writer who knows his stuff. He was working in the sports information departments at both UBC and Simon Fraser. And a young guy with a real knack for penning a story for us and part of the Varsity Letters team here at the Provincials, and he covered the junior girls tournament the last 2 days here at the Langley Event Center. And Gary Ahuja as well, of course, the man of many skills. We have to thank Gary for everything he does for Varsity Letters as an employee here at the Langley Event Center. But Gary is the guy that, you know, when I finish writing a story at 1 o'clock and there's a typo or I need something, then I text Gary Ahuja, the guy texts me back in like 5 seconds. So, brother, thank you for your help, and he's done so much for Varsity Letters. I can't begin to describe all the things that Gary Ahuja does in terms of setup of facilities, just making sure everybody's feeling good about what they're doing on a given day. And good to have Gary always on board, and he's helped out so much, including covering the upset of this tournament, of the junior tournament, when the #1 ranked team from St. Michael's University School lost to Little Flower Academy. And it was great to see that Gary was there, had pictures, a story, no one else had it, and it was nice to see for our readers. So he does a great job. Thank you, Gary. There's Pemberton underneath. Down to our final 30 seconds here in the third quarter. Here's Kanani Kuhn. The drive. So many great volunteers here as Pemberton misses that one. We're getting right to the end of this quarter, but Mitra Shan, the Britannia girls coach, of course 2 years ago we were chatting about that thrilling Britannia Bruins victory in the championship final. They beat Langley Christian, and of course Langley Christian has survived to get back, so they went through that learning step to get there, and that's what it takes sometimes to win a title. We'll see if Langley Christian can do it today. 61-46 the score after 3 quarters. Walnut Grove with the lead. Back with more from the LEC in a moment. $15 points in deficit as we get set for the final quarter here from the Langley Event Center. Howard Samura with you on the broadcast, the live stream, and I hope you've enjoyed it all week here from the Langley Event Center. Of course, the BC Junior Boys Championship preceded this tournament. It started a week ago today, and that seems like about a month ago because I covered the whole thing as well. There's a beautiful 3-ball from Kanani Kuhn. She swishes it through and makes it 61-49. Today will be 9 straight days here at the LEC, and it's been tremendous to love every moment of that. Here's Pemberton. She'll lay it up and in. And interesting how the many observers outside the arena watch via the live stream, read the stories on Varsity Letters, and know who's doing well. And good friend at Walnut Grove Secondary, Gary Lutz, the track and field coach, does so many great things for the kids out at WGSS right here in Langley, and he sent me a note and he was curious, and I didn't know the answer because we haven't been getting the updates on scoring leaders, but he wondered, where is Kiera Pemberton in the grand order of things here in terms of all-time scoring? Because she's averaging, I must think she'd be averaging around 35 a game, you know, the way she's been playing. I haven't followed it that closely, but it's been an amazing, amazing tournament for number 9 from these Walnut Grove Gators. And she is already committed to her NCAA program, is a member of the graduating class of Walnut Grove Secondary of 2023. So we'll be back again next season. Remember her as a outstanding prospect 2 years ago as a 9th grader, right before COVID hit. As we get ready for 2 years. And many of you remember the girls tournament happened, the boys tournament happened in March of 2020, and then 2 or 3 days later, everything kind of hit here in the province of British Columbia, and we felt so fortunate to have gotten that championship in without incident. And it's been a long wait, and everybody abiding by the mask policy here inside the arena. Great to see that. Here's Pemberton. Fania Taylor. Big steps in the paint by Fania. So strong as she makes her way to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rowell will jump on the loose ball. Fania again. Pemberton's going to step up to the line. Didn't check what she had after 3 quarters, but she had 23 at the half, and she hasn't slowed down. So there's a play there underneath. It's not going to go for number 8, Riley Bullock. And here they come again down the floor, come the Gators. Fania Taylor. Ooh, a bit of a forearm shiver there by Fania. We endeavor to get that official to you on her numbers in just a second here. We thank Mitra Shan, the tournament director, and the minor officials here at the score table for getting those numbers. We'll have them for you in a second as Tatum Wade goes right to the rack and lays it up and in. And we thank everybody for getting those numbers for us. 37 points. And this coming the day after Lauren Clements of Terry Fox had 45 yesterday. So 37 points already in this game with 7:38 remaining. We'll see what happens here because this being the final game of the season, many seniors may get into the lineup here over the latter stages, and that's absolutely proper here in terms of giving them a nice send-off. Those that don't get the same amount of minutes, but we'll see how Pemberton does here. Here's Fania. So unselfish. There she goes. She's now at 39 points in this game. Kiera Pemberton lighting it up. What a job she's done here over her career. 39 points. Off the mark there underneath the turnaround by Bullock, and a nice job by Riley to get a basket there for Okanagan Mission. Riley Bullock, a senior as well. So 39 points for Pemberton. Taylor right to the rim, couldn't get the shot off. Disrupted underneath. Here's the take to the basket that won't go for Tatum Wade. Taylor, back to Kiera Pemberton. Spin move in the paint off the window, lays it up and in, and that's 41 points for Kiera Pemberton. 41 points. Miss there, and the Gators come back. Not that we think this is reachable, but there's the record in a champion in the BC tournament, as that one goes off, is I believe it's 55 points by Faye Zarowich of Vernon back in 1980. That one's lasted a good long time. There's Kuhn right to the window. Slade's going to get called for the foul number 4 as Kuhn takes it to the glass. So 41 points, certainly something to marvel at. Is Pemberton approaching the 42 she had in the quarterfinals, and I believe she was just off of that yesterday in the loss. Here we go again as the Gators with the basketball. 5:53 remaining. So what a job by Pemberton. And really, Fania Taylor, a player who can do a ton of scoring herself by taking it to the hole. She is really helping facilitate the process here. The unselfish senior leader and point guard of this Walnut Grove Gators team, wearing number 3. She'll put up a shot here. Bingo! So Fania Taylor knocks down the triple. Just off the mark there in the drive by the Huskies. And looking forward already to TBI 2022, which will be coming up in December of this year, but of course next season. But really great to see the junior tournaments that the boys and girls have here at the Langley Event Center, because you really get an idea how they're going to feed those senior programs. And TBI, always a great event, and I loved our girls championship final 1 week before Christmas Day on December the 18th, and it was Terry Fox and Riverside. Hey, guess who's in the final tonight? It was the first of 4 meetings on the season. Here's Kuhn off the window. Kanani will lay it up and in. 71-57 the score. Ooh, that one going into the first row. Fatali in, and coming out of the game will be number 3, Maya Sandhu. Corrado, Kuhn, as well as Wade and Bullock out there right now. Shot off the mark, chased down by the Gators. Pemberton inside, can't get it to go. Another attempt, doesn't get the roll. Shot clock is at 17, plenty of time here. Pemberton on the baseline. Underneath she goes, and Kiera Pemberton now with 43 points in this game. She's 2 off of Lauren Clement's mark from yesterday. 43 points. As that shot goes off the mark, Pemberton having herself a game. And there's Taylor laying it up and in. 43 points, and you know what, that creates a bit of a buzz, because Lauren Clements, her 45 yesterday in the victory for Terry Fox over this Okanagan Mission team, is the 9th highest all-time in single game performance in the history of the BC Girls High School Basketball Championships. And right now, Kiera Pemberton is at 43. 3:57 left. Tatum Wade steps up here from 15 and knocks down the first. Be very curious to see. I don't think she's committed anywhere next year, but wherever she plays, they're going to be getting an incredible player. Tatum Wade has been outstanding for OKM. You just feel for these kids, especially the seniors who didn't get their senior year, but those coming up, they lost grade 11 years. That's tough. Here's Fania. Full blast, showing the physicality. Slade will check in the next stoppage. We'll see how long Pemberton stays on the floor here. The lead is 14. There she goes. And Pemberton could equal Clement's mark from yesterday from the free throw line right here with 3:16 remaining. Corrado with a foul, her third of the game. 3:16 left. Subs galore here as Abby Adams in for Hope Nystrom, and as well, Riley Bullock's going to come in for Kanani Kuhn. You think the loss hurt yesterday? It still hurts today, and I love it when you care that much when you're coming off the floor. That the consolation third place game didn't go your way, and you're feeling it, and you're showing that emotion as Kanani Kuhn comes off the floor. So 44 points as I got caught up talking and missed her first free throw, but that's 44 points now for Kiera Pemberton with 3 minutes left. No call underneath. 2:50 remaining. With 3 minutes left, there's still plenty of time. If you take Pemberton out of the game, Okanagan Mission could still get on a roll here. Here's Pemberton with a rebound. Rowell loses the handle there, out of bounds. The Okanagan, or Walnut, Walnut Grove basketball in the front court. Gives it to Pemberton. She chases it down, and oh, Kiera misses an easy one underneath. She's going to sink that one, though. 46 points for Kiera Pemberton in this game. She's now into the top 10 all-time single game in the history of the BC High School girls basketball tournament. Here's Pemberton again. Pass off to Taylor. But on the corner. And foul on the play will be Abby Adams. What a performance here by Kiera Pemberton. For the ages here in the third place game. Adams makes the first. Okanagan Mission now with the basketball. Fatala stepping through, has to save it, but can't do it. It's going to be Grove basketball. 1:35 remaining. Coming into the game now for Walnut Grove is going to be Kamomo Miyazaki, wearing number 10. Here's Slade, finds Pemberton. Kiera with a turnaround move, back goes to Taylor for three, and off the mark there. Pemberton going for the steal, instead hustles back on defense against Wade. Three ball hoisted by Corrado, doesn't go, and Adams with a rebound. Abby will grab that basketball and feed Taylor here as we get to 1:10 remaining in this third place game between these two powerful programs. Underneath they go, and there is 48 points in this game. Kiera Pemberton with 48 points. Shot off the mark there, but what an effort for Kiera Pemberton. We'll have to get that all official after the game, but as far as we can tell, and tournament director Mitra Shan and company looking at the numbers here. And they did come up with the right numbers, so 48 points. "15 rebounds as well," says Mitra. 48 and 15, what a performance. As Bullock will lay the ball up and in with 25 seconds left. If Kiera can get a basket here, she's gonna have 50 points. And kind of a fitting way to end her season, but I don't think Walnut Grove knows that she has that many points. She's getting tired too. Oh, here's Pemberton. No, she's not gonna get that. It's gonna go out of bounds with 8 seconds left in the game. And I don't believe in walking up to benches and whispering to coaches and saying stuff. Things have to happen organically, and I think they're gonna leave her in anyway. So what happens, happens. But she's got 48, and I think that's how it's gonna end, and indeed it will. 82-67, our final score. And Kiera Pemberton with 48 points. And you know what? Kiera's not worried about her number. She's worried about hugging her teammates on the floor. She's back next season, but players like Fania Taylor will not be, and that's a pretty amazing performance. We'll cut it off there. 48 points, an incredible top 10 all-time performance in a single game for Kiera Pemberton. Howard Samira back for the junior girls final in a moment.
Tremendous seasons for both teams, representing their schools and their. "48 points. Congratulations. Top 10 all time in this tournament. Amazing. Kiera, wow. And thank you, Howard, for the stats. Next, we will present to Okanagan Mission. Okanagan Mission. Captains, come forward, please. Fourth place in an extremely difficult tournament. How about it again for the ladies from the Okanagan? Congratulations to you. And now we have the plaques, of course, which include the team photo. To Walnut Grove captains, come forward, please. And now the third place medal presentations to the Walnut Grove Gators. Players and coaches. Third place medals. And of course, Darren and Juanita Rowell, longtime coaches of the girls at Walnut Grove. Done such a tremendous job over the years. All their kids, of course, tremendous basketball players. And as we said, this tournament this year, again, like it is, just stacked again this season, just so competitive. And Okanagan, great job for fourth place, in Walnut Grove finishing third. And again, if there are any family members or anyone that want to get a quick photo, you could do so right now, but ask to make it pretty quick because we have got the 4 championship games coming up. How about it again? One more time, folks. Okanagan Mission from Kelowna, 4th place. Walnut Grove Gators, 3rd place in this year's girls 4A championship. Congratulations to all of you. And as we said, folks, coming up, we have got 4 championships.